After the launch of the Galaxy S24 Ultra, Samsung is in big trouble. A user has posted a picture of the Galaxy S24 Ultra with lines on the screen. According to the user, lines appear on the S24 Ultra screen. They are not noticeable at first glance, but they are visible when one pays attention to the screen. It seems that the quality is reduced for wallpapers also. First, people who recently got the Samsung Galaxy S24 series are not happy with the vivid display mode. Unlike older models, the colors don't look as bright. The vivid display mode is a feature on Samsung phones that makes colors stand out more, but now it doesn't seem as realistic as before. But there's another problem with the S24 besides the display issue. A few years back, the Galaxy S20 series had a known problem called the green line display issue. It was also seen on other Samsung devices. Now, 4 years later, a similar problem has appeared with Samsung's newest top-of-the-line phone, the Galaxy S24 Ultra. People who have the S24 Ultra say they see a thin green line going down their phone screen. Sometimes there's also a thin white line going across the screen. Many users share their frustration about these lines on the Samsung community forum. They mention seeing these lines while doing things like watching YouTube videos or when the phone starts up. Even after trying to fix the problem by restarting the phone and resetting it to factory settings, the issue didn't get fixed. This is similar to what happened with other phones. People asked for help from Samsung Care, thinking there might be a problem when the phone was made. Samsung admitted there was an issue but didn't replace the phone with a new one. They told the user to return the phone and buy it again, which meant losing any discounts they got for pre-ordering. People who were upset with their phones were told by Samsung to complain to T-Mobile. The reason is that the phone was bought on Samsung.com but only works with T-Mobile. Samsung said T-Mobile is responsible because the phone was paid for through them. However, if the warranty from Samsung covers the issue, then Samsung should take care of it. The fact that Samsung hasn't quickly responded to the problem or to what users are worried about is concerning for those who got the Galaxy S24 Ultra early. Samsung hasn't officially talked about it. People are worried about how good the phone is and if the customer service will help. Even though not many people seem to have the problem, Samsung needs to look into it more, talk openly about it, and make users feel sure about the Galaxy S24 Ultra. We're not sure if this issue will be a problem for many phones or just a few with defects. Some people who have the Samsung Galaxy S24 phone say that the camera isn't working well. A Samsung spokesperson said they're working on a fix for this. Users on Samsung's official forum in South Korea talk about blurry pictures and details from the S24's camera. A moderator on the forum said they'll fix this problem in an update soon. According to the moderator, in the case of the S24 camera photos compared to the previous version, the colors have been tuned to be more similar to those seen by the human eye and the three-dimensional effect has been improved, but other than that, there have been no major changes. If you want a little more clarity, we recommend that you try activating optimal shooting for each scene in the intelligent optimization option in the camera settings. We will also analyze photos obtained through various channels and strive to always include corrections in future updates for matters deemed necessary. If you have photos that you think are problematic, it may be a bit inconvenient, but please send us the photos through the Send Error menu in Members and we will analyze them and respond. Now let's talk about in detail on the green line on display issue. First, we'll talk on new screen issue case. Today, George_Eco posted a picture on the Samsung forum with the caption, "Lines appeared on the S24 Ultra screen. They are not noticeable at first glance, but they are visible when one pays attention to the screen. It seems that the quality is reduced for wallpapers also. Also recently, some people who own the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra are having a problem with their phone screens. They're seeing a thin green line going up and down, and in some cases, there's also a thin white line going across. Users have shared their concerns on the Samsung community forum, with one person mentioning that their Galaxy S24 Ultra has this issue. The lines on the phone screen showed up when the person was watching YouTube and even during the boot screen. They contacted Samsung Care Plus, and even though Samsung agreed it was a problem from when the phone was made, it wouldn't give a new phone. Instead, they said the user should send the phone back and then buy a new one. But doing that meant the person would lose the discounts they got for pre-ordering. Samsung told them to complain to T-Mobile instead. Someone else on Reddit who owns a Galaxy S24 Ultra had the same problem. When they told Samsung about it, Samsung said it was a Verizon issue and wouldn't help. The first Verizon store they went to said it was the owner's fault, but when they went to another Verizon store, they were told that Verizon would try to avoid taking responsibility for fixing the problem under warranty. In the end, the person bought a new Galaxy S24 Ultra from Verizon and returned the one with a broken screen. The problem was that they originally got the defective phone by trading in their old one, and now they're worried that Verizon might not treat them fairly. For now, the problem with lines on the screen is only happening to some Galaxy S24 Ultra phones sold by US carriers. If you got your phone directly from Samsung without it being tied to a specific carrier, you're probably okay. The issue is mainly for those who bought their Galaxy S24 Ultra from a US carrier because Samsung is not taking responsibility for the problem or letting customers exchange their faulty phones for new ones. The phone companies are telling people to send back their faulty phones and buy new ones, but this means customers lose any discounts they got when they pre-ordered. This isn't fair to those with broken phones. Some carriers even charge $50 if you return a phone. If your Galaxy S24 Ultra has this problem and you agree to send it back and buy a new one, check beforehand that you won't be charged extra and make sure you won't lose your pre-order discounts. Now, a total of 3 users are facing green lines issue on the display. Not only display issue, many of the users are facing fast battery drain issues on the Galaxy S24 Ultra. If you bought a new S24, share your experience below. Several users of the S24 Ultra have reported various issues and bugs in recent comments on my previous videos. Let's take a closer look. Abhijit Singh mentioned that the always-on display is not working. Cameron Joseph shared an experience with the new Galaxy S24 Ultra, citing concerns about the battery and 25-watt wall charger heating up during data transfer from the S23 Ultra. Samsung customer service suggested a return for a refund, highlighting a lack of prior mentions of such issues in YouTube videos. Robert Polak described a problem with drawing continuous lines using the S Pen on the screen, where certain zones result in broken lines. They plan to test if the issue persists after applying a screen protector. The Handsome Dog Music reported that the object eraser is not functioning correctly on the S24 Ultra, leaving artifacts and blurry images after erasing. This was not an issue with the S23 Ultra. Prabhu expressed dissatisfaction with a faded display and low-light camera problems. Despite hours of communication with Samsung's service center and customer support, there's no resolution yet. Returning the S24 is challenging in India, and it seems like they may receive a replacement instead. These user comments highlight concerns ranging from display and camera issues to problems with specific features like the object eraser and always-on display. As we start 2024, market research companies are publishing their reports. Throughout 2023, Samsung was the leading brand in the global smartphone market. However, in the fourth quarter, Apple took over the top position, surpassing Samsung. According to information from IDC, Apple managed to overtake Samsung in the fourth quarter, Q4, of 2023 and became the world's leading smartphone vendor based on market share. Furthermore, the challenging news for Samsung is that Apple also surpassed them in terms of total smartphone shipments for the entire year of 2023. During the fourth quarter, Apple shipped 80.5 million iPhone units, which is an 11.6% increase compared to the same period in the previous year. This surge in shipments helped Apple achieve the highest market share of 24.7%. In contrast, Samsung experienced a decline, losing 10.9% of its market share in just the fourth quarter compared to the previous year. IDC reported that although there was significant growth from budget Android smartphone makers like Transsion and Xiaomi in the second half of 2023, mainly due to rapid expansion in emerging markets, Apple emerged as the clear winner in terms of growth and market performance. That's it for today. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. As always, see you in the next video. Peace out.